Welcome to the Crown Life podcast. My name is Milkia Waller, also known as Royale Elise. I'm an educator, author, and systems thinker, and the work I do centers around clarity, safety, and structural integrity in families, leadership, churches, and relationships. This podcast is a space for thoughtful conversations about why good people still create unsafe environments and what it actually takes to build systems that protect instead of confuse. Today's episode is called Why Good Intentions Are Not Enough. This conversation may feel a little uncomfortable, but it's not accusatory. It's not reactive, and it's not about attacking anyone's character. It's about understanding why intention alone is never enough to create safety and why structure matters more than we've been taught. So let's begin. Most harm isn't caused by evil people. It's caused by good people leading broken systems. That statement is uncomfortable because it disrupts a story we like to tell ourselves that harm only comes from bad motives, bad people, or bad hearts. But the truth is, many of the environments that hurt us were built by people who genuinely meant well. This challenges how we excuse harm. It reframes blame without removing responsibility. And most importantly, this conversation is about safety. We're not here to make anyone feel bad or shame anyone. Today's conversation isn't about attacking anyone's character. It's about understanding why intentions alone is never enough to protect people. So let's talk about intention versus impact. Let's start by making a distinction that changes everything. Intentions live in your heart. Impact lives in reality. You can intend to love and still create harm. You can intend to lead and still create instability. You can intend to help and still cause confusion. Meaning well does not equal being safe. I'm going to say that for the people in the back. Meaning well does not create or equal being safe. So there's a difference between safety and intentions. Safety is not emotional. Safety is structural. Safety answers real practical questions. First, what happens when something goes wrong? Second, who is accountable? Third, how is harm addressed? Fourth, who protects the vulnerable? Intentions answer none of those questions. So I'm going to give you 3 examples of how you may have good intentions but lack structure. Let's talk about parenting. So, a parent can love their child deeply and still create chaos without consistency. When rules change based on your mood, stress, or circumstance, a child's nervous system experiences unpredictability. Love without structure doesn't feel warm, it feels chaotic. Okay, so let's talk about the church. A pastor can be sincere and still lead unsafely without accountability. When spiritual language replaces responsibility, power goes unchecked. Intentions don't protect people, systems do. All right, let's talk about leadership and relationships. Charisma replaces clarity. You know how some people are gifted in charisma, but they lack clarity. Boundaries are assumed instead of stated. People are told to just trust instead of being protected. But good intentions don't protect people, structure does. So when structure is absent, loyalty becomes the substitute, and loyalty is fragile. Loyalty asks people to endure instead of evaluate. It asks them to stay quiet instead of safe. And structure, on the other hand, allows people to say or to stay without self abandonment. So, structure, on the other hand, allows people to stay in the system without self abandonment. So, I want to close with this. Structural integrity is not about perfection, it's about responsibility. It's about designing systems that don't rely on personalities, emotions, or intentions to keep people safe. So, this episode is the foundation for a larger conversation we'll be having about leadership, parenting, ministry, and personal boundaries. Because harm doesn't stop through awareness alone, it stops when systems change. So, if this conversation helped put language to something you've lived through, I'm inviting you to join my email list. This is the work we'll be building all throughout the year with clarity, care, and structure. Thank you for listening. Take what serves you, leave what doesn't, and I'll talk to you next time. Remember, color the world beautiful and live your crowned life.